What if I told you some millionaires legally pay less taxes than ordinary workers? And no, they're not breaking the law. They simply understand a financial system most people were never taught. This is the hidden architecture of wealth, a system that operates in the shadows of the mainstream economy. Today, we're bringing it into the light. Most people spend their lives working for money, trading their most precious asset, time, for a paycheck. But the rich, they have money working for them. They have transformed their wealth into an autonomous engine that requires no supervision and pays no tribute. But the real secret isn't just how they make it, it's how they keep it. It's about playing the game by a different set of rules. These rules are hidden in plain sight, buried within thousands of pages of tax code that were written for the producers, the investors, and the risk takers. Today, we're going behind the curtain of the global wealth system to reveal the legal strategies that elite entrepreneurs use to minimize their tax burden, build massive portfolios, and protect their legacy from the reach of the taxman. We'll explore the power of business structures, the leverage of real estate, and the compound growth of assets that the average person is never told about. This isn't just finance, it's a blueprint for freedom. By the end of this 23-minute documentary, you'll understand why the system is built this way and how you can start using these same rules to build your own financial fortress. Welcome to Elite Finance. Let's begin with the biggest lie you've ever been told about money, that working hard is the only way to get rich. The truth is, it's about how you structure your life. It's about how you earn, how you invest, and most importantly, how you protect. If you stay as an employee, you are literally funding the incentives that the rich use to get richer. It's time to change sides. It's time to learn the rules. Once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. Let's take the first step into the world of legal tax avoidance. Why do most people pay more taxes? It starts with the earned income trap. For the average employee, tax is taken before you ever see your paycheck. You work 40 hours a week, you contribute your value, and the government takes its cut first. You are taxed on your gross earnings before you can pay for your mortgage, your food, or your children's education. This is the fundamental disadvantage of the W-2 worker. You're fighting an uphill battle from day one. Payroll taxes, income taxes, Social Security, Medicare. By the time the money hits your bank account, up to 40% of your value has already been siphoned away. This is the high-cost barrier of the employee. You are essentially working for the government for the first 4 months of every year. The rich, however, avoid this drain by changing the very nature of their income. They move from earned income to passive and portfolio income, where the rules are entirely different. The wealthy understand that earned income is the most expensive way to live. Instead of focusing on a higher salary, they focus on building businesses and acquiring assets. Why? Because the tax code is written for owners, not workers. It's written to encourage investment, risk-taking, and job creation. If you stay in the cycle of earning a salary, you are playing a game designed for you to lose. To win, you must understand the difference between an asset and a liability. The owners of the world understand that every dollar spent within a business is a dollar that isn't taxed. They use their revenue to grow their influence, their infrastructure, and their future, all while the average person is left wondering why their bank account isn't growing at the same rate. This is the core difference. It's not about working harder, it's about working within the structure that rewards you the most. Now let's look at how they actually execute this through business write-offs. This is where the game changes. Business owners don't pay tax on what they earn. They pay tax on what's left after they spend. This is the power of business deductions. Imagine being able to deduct your travel, your meals, and even your home office from your total income before the government takes a single dime. While an employee pays for these out of after-tax income, a business owner pays with pre-tax dollars. This massive advantage compounds over years, allowing for rapid reinvestment and growth. It's a game of structure. For the wealthy, the world is their office. That flight to a conference in Dubai, tax deductible. That dinner where $1 million deal was discussed, tax deductible. When your lifestyle is structured as a series of business objectives, the tax code becomes a subsidy for your standard of living. This isn't about evasion, it's about following the government's own incentives for business development. They want you to spend money to grow the economy, and they reward you for it with lower taxes. Your home office, your high-speed internet, your latest workstation, these are all tools of the trade. While the average person buys these with whatever is left after their paycheck is taxed, the business owner uses pre-tax revenue. This effectively gives them a 30 to 40% discount on every tool they buy. Over a lifetime, this savings alone can account for hundreds of thousands of dollars in preserved wealth. It's a fundamental shift in how you view every dollar you spend. But the real magic lies in non-cash expenses, specifically depreciation. The government allows businesses to write down the value of their equipment and property over time. This is a paper loss that offsets real cash profit. You could be making $100,000 in actual cash flow, but because of depreciation, your tax return shows a zero or even a loss. This allows the wealthy to grow their empires without the friction of annual tax bills. It's a legal way to keep your capital working for you. Imagine having an extra $20,000 or $30,000 every year simply because of a calculation on a piece of paper. That money doesn't go to the IRS, it goes back into your business, back into your investments, and back into your pocket. This is how the wealthy scale at a rate that is simply impossible for the average worker. They are playing with a full deck while everyone else is playing with half. Depreciation is the silent engine of the billionaire class. Now let's talk about the single greatest asset class for tax avoidance, real estate. It's the ultimate vehicle for shielding wealth from the government. Through depreciation and leverage, investors can shield their income while building massive equity. They aren't just buying buildings, they're buying tax-free wealth generators that appreciate over time. Rental income is often shielded by the non-cash expense of depreciation, meaning you get the cash in your pocket, but the IRS sees a zero or even a loss. This is why real estate is a cornerstone of every billionaire's portfolio. Real estate offers a unique combination of cash flow, appreciation, and tax shields. It's the only asset class where you can borrow money to buy it, have someone else pay for it through rent, and pay no taxes on the gain through depreciation. The government incentivizes real estate ownership because it provides housing and infrastructure. By participating in this system, you are essentially partnering with the government to build the world, and they reward you with some of the lowest tax rates in existence. The 1031 exchange is perhaps the most powerful tool in the real estate arsenal. It allows investors to sell a property and reinvest the proceeds into a new, larger property without paying capital gains tax. You can keep trading up for your entire life, deferring taxes indefinitely. This allows your wealth to compound at a much faster rate because you're reinvesting the government's share of the profit as well. It's a snowball effect that turns small investments into massive fortunes over time. Many of the world's greatest real estate dynasties were built using this one single strategy. Imagine turning a small single-family home into an apartment complex and then into a high-rise office building, all without ever writing a check to the IRS. That is the power of tax deferral. You are essentially using an interest-free loan from the government to build your own empire. Over several decades, the difference between paying capital gains tax and deferring it through a 1031 exchange can be the difference between a few $1,000,000 and a few $100,000,000. It is the path to true generational wealth. Then there's the buy, borrow, die strategy. Investors buy property, wait for it to appreciate, and then borrow against that equity through a cash-out refinance. Because a loan is not considered income, this cash is completely tax-free. They use this untaxed capital to live their luxury lifestyle or to buy even more property. They never actually sell the asset, so they never trigger a tax event. It's the ultimate way to access your wealth without giving a cut to the government. You keep your assets, you get your cash, and you pay no taxes. This strategy allows the wealthy to access millions in liquidity while their assets remain in their portfolio, continuing to appreciate and generate income. When they die, their heirs receive the assets at a stepped-up cost basis, effectively erasing all the capital gains from the previous decades. The debt is paid off, the assets are fresh, and the cycle begins again. It is a closed-loop system of perpetual wealth that the tax code is designed to support. This is how the elite maintain their status across generations. It's the generational shield. Investing isn't just about stocks. It's about ownership. The wealthy accumulate assets that grow without being taxed until they sell. By holding long term, they benefit from compound growth and favorable capital gains rates. They invest in private equity, digital assets, and businesses that provide both cash flow and asset appreciation. This diversification ensures that their wealth is not only growing, but is also protected from market volatility and tax spikes. Ownership is the true engine of elite wealth. While the world watches the daily stock market noise, the wealthy are building in the dark. They focus on businesses, private equity, and digital assets that provide both cash flow and massive tax advantages. They aren't looking for a quick win. They are looking for a system that never stops growing even while they sleep. This long-term horizon allows them to weather any storm and emerge stronger, while the average investor is panicking over a 5% dip. The elite understand that time in the market is more valuable than timing the market. But the most important asset they own is knowledge. They invest in their own education, learning the rules of the game while everyone else is just playing. This intellectual capital is what allows them to spot opportunities and navigate the complex web of global finance with ease. They don't just put money in a fund and hope for the best. They take active roles in the growth and management of their wealth. This control allows them to decide when and how they are taxed, giving them the ultimate leverage over their financial destiny. By the time an average person realizes the game is being played, the wealthy have already moved their pieces across the board. Knowledge is the ultimate tax shield. To protect this wealth, they use complex structures. LLCs, trusts, and holding companies aren't just for billionaires. They are essential tools for anyone looking to safeguard their assets and optimize their tax efficiency legally. An LLC provides a layer of protection between your personal assets and your business liabilities, while also allowing for flexible tax treatment. It's the first step in moving from a person to a corporation, and it's a shift that every successful entrepreneur makes early in their career. It's the foundation of your legal fortress. When you operate as an LLC, the business is a separate legal person. This means your personal home and savings are shielded if the business faces a lawsuit or debt. But more importantly, it unlocks the ability to use those business write-offs we discussed earlier. It allows you to transform your personal life into a series of business objectives, all while maintaining the highest level of legal protection. It is the mandatory starting point for anyone serious about building and keeping wealth in the modern economy. Without it, you are exposed. Trusts are even more powerful. They allow you to transfer ownership of your assets to a legal entity that you control but don't technically own. This can provide protection from lawsuits, creditors, and estate taxes. By placing your investments into a trust, you ensure that they are preserved for your heirs without the mess of probate or the bite of death taxes. It's the ultimate way to secure your legacy and ensure that your hard-earned wealth stays exactly where it belongs, with your family. It's the shield that guards the dynasty. A trust is like a vault for your future. It allows you to set rules for how your wealth is used after you are gone, ensuring that your vision is maintained for generations. The ultra-wealthy use trusts to avoid the public eye and to keep their financial affairs private. It is a level of sophistication that most people assume is out of their reach, but in reality, it is a tool that anyone can use with the right guidance. When you use a trust, you are no longer just a person with money. You are the manager of an enduring financial institution. You are building a legacy that will outlast you. The holding company is the crown jewel. It allows you to own multiple businesses under one umbrella, moving capital between them without triggering tax events. You can use profits from one business to fund the growth of another, all within the same corporate family. This creates a closed-loop system of growth where your wealth is constantly being recycled and reinvested. It's how the largest empires in the world operate, and once you have the structure in place, the growth becomes exponential. It's the flywheel of the wealthy. With a holding company, you are the CEO of your own financial conglomerate. You can scale across multiple industries while maintaining a single unified tax strategy. It allows for advanced planning that can reduce your global tax rate to the absolute legal minimum. This is how billionaires manage their interests across dozens of countries and hundreds of entities. It is the pinnacle of financial engineering. When you reach this level, you aren't just saving on taxes. You are architecting a global wealth engine that is virtually unstoppable. It is the final piece of the elite puzzle. For the wealthy, lifestyle is often an extension of business. From networking at elite events to the cars they drive for company use, many aspects of their daily lives are structured as legitimate business expenses. This means they are living a high-end life using pre-tax dollars. While an employee buys a luxury car with what's left after a 40% tax hit, the entrepreneur buys it through their business, effectively getting a 40% discount thanks to the tax code. It's a standard of living that is subsidized by the very system most people complain about. Every travel destination can be a scouting mission for new investments. Every dinner is a potential partnership. When your identity is tied to your business, the boundaries between work and life blur in a way that is highly tax efficient. This is not about being cheap, it's about being strategic. It's about ensuring that every dollar you spend is working toward your long-term vision. When you live this way, your standard of living becomes a direct investment in your own success. You are the brand and your business sustains that brand. It is the ultimate synergy of wealth. So, what can you learn from this? It starts with financial literacy. You don't need millions to start thinking like the rich. Start a side business, invest early, and build assets. Once you understand the rules, you stop playing the money game blindly. The biggest difference between the rich and the average person is simply financial education. You have to stop being a consumer of the system and start being a participant in its growth. That shift in mindset is the most valuable asset you will ever own. It's the key that unlocks the door to freedom. You are only limited by what you don't know. The tools we discussed today, LLCs, real estate, write-offs, are available to almost everyone. The only thing stopping most people is the lack of awareness and the fear of the unknown. Start small, educate yourself, and begin structuring your life to work for you, not against you. Every billionaire started with a single decision to do things differently. Today can be that day for you. Don't let another year pass by funding someone else's incentives. Take control of your financial destiny and start building your legacy now. The system is there, you just have to use it. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take today. The time is now. The wealthy don't win because they work harder. They win because they understand the system. They play a different game on a different court with a different set of rules. And once you understand those rules, the entire world opens up to you. You stop seeing taxes as a burden and start seeing them as a tool for strategic growth. This is the path to true financial freedom, a path that is paved with education, structure, and ownership. It's a journey worth taking, and the destination is limited only by your imagination. You have the power to change your story. It starts today. So, where do you start? The first step is simple. Change your perspective. Stop seeing yourself as an employee and start seeing yourself as an enterprise. Open that LLC. Start that side business. The paperwork is the price of admission to the elite world. It requires a few $100s and a few hours of your time, but the returns are measured in decades of tax-free growth. Don't wait for the perfect time. The wealthy act while others are still planning. Take that first step today, and by this time next year, your financial landscape will be unrecognizable. You have the map, now start the engine. Your journey to financial independence begins with a single signature. Do it now. If this video changed the way you think about money, subscribe to Elite Finance for more powerful finance documentaries. We are here to bring you the truth about wealth and the systems that govern it. Stay smart, stay focused, and keep building your future. Every piece of knowledge you gain is a brick in the foundation of your empire. Don't just watch, execute. The information is here, the path is clear, and the reward is absolute freedom. You are the architect of your own destiny. Build something that lasts. Stay smart, stay focused, and keep winning. The world is waiting for you. I'll see you in the next video. Stay smart, stay focused. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and not financial, legal, or tax advice. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay focused, stay smart, and keep building. The journey continues. Thank you for watching. And remember, the system works for those who understand it. Stay elite. and I'll see you in the next video. Stay smart, stay focused, and keep building. The journey continues. Thank you for watching, and remember, the system works for those who understand it. Stay elite, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay smart, stay focused, and keep building. The journey continues. Thank you for watching, and remember, the system works for those who understand it. Stay elite.